Enter the crib. Your strike back SitRep starts in 3, 2, 1. Wait, do we go on 0?
All right, welcome back, guys. We are here to talk about episode 4 of Trackers. I'm Kelsey.
And I'm Deb.
And we hope you guys are enjoying. I think we'll start right off and just say, although I really am enjoying the show, I'm really confused. And I'm not sure it's the kind of confused you're supposed to be with this kind of show. Like, my confusion tends to be more like, how did they know how to do that? How did they find that person? Why did they know that was the cut? Like, it's very, it's...
With also an array of, why would that person do that?
Yeah.
This person's supposed to be an agent, and what?
Yeah.
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 No. I just find myself saying, no, nobody would do that.
Yeah. I actually find myself going like, I also do not think the PBI should be an agency. Not, I think, for the same reasons, but because they seem to like only luck into things.
Yeah.
Like, you have this magic Mila who just like magically finds things, but then ends up sleeping with and then trying to hide the fact that she's sleeping with. Like, I feel like if she had come clean, like right at the beginning when they're like, he's a suspect again, she could have said, oh, when he wasn't a suspect, I had sex with him. I know that he didn't kill this person. Instead of like she had to know they were going to figure it out.
And exactly. I just find myself constantly going, this makes no sense. It just, she goes from being meek and mild, battered housewife to brilliant,
Yeah.
It just, no. And at the same time that she's making all these connections that no one else seems to be able to make, she's doing the dumbest stuff that you could possibly do. Yeah, there was no reason for her not to say he couldn't have done that because I was with him. Would it have caused problems for her? Yes. But she could have at least explained it. Now she's in a no-win situation. It just keeps digging the hole deeper.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I'm enjoying it. I think there's some really great like acting. I think I think maybe it will plot together, but it does just this is one of those where I go like, I get why they didn't make a movie. They made a miniseries, and because this book obviously is super complicated, but I do think that there's probably a lot in the book that we just aren't getting. And with 6 episodes, it's almost impossible to get all of that.
Yeah, exactly. I know I wrote down in the middle of this that this story is not being served by so few episodes.
Yeah.
That and not even the story, it's the way what they chose to edit in and out. Not even having read the book yet. There's so many characters and so much going on that they're not connecting the dots. They haven't given themselves enough time to connect the dots. So they either needed to make a longer series or cut out some of these characters. And some of the characters is like, why are they even there? Like Terry, the guy, Terry, who works for the PBI.
Yeah.
Why is he there?
Yeah.
There's all these extraneous characters who have no role, and yet they're there and they're just complicating things. And then all of a sudden a character just shows up out of nowhere, like the woman Lemmer was following. What? The only connection we saw, and we don't even see her face until he's well into whatever his plan is here. The only thing we saw of her was that picture of her with Lee.
Right? Yes.
So how does he know where she is? How did he know where to look for her? Clearly he must have known her somehow, but he apparently didn't know Flea. So where did he get this picture?
Yeah. No, that's
You
like one
know,
of those magic things that I'm like, did I miss something? I don't
right.
understand what just happened. Yeah, no, it's weird. And I don't, yeah. I
Can
still
we
think,
just take a moment to say goodbye to Nkunzi because he was my favorite
I know,
character
right?
and he's gone. I'm like, gosh darn it. And then
He
let's
was the
have
least
Mr.
what the
Extreme.
fuck character.
Exactly. We knew exactly why he was there, what he was doing, what he was after. And yet he was still really interesting.
Yeah.
And how did Lemmer get to Nkunzi's house? Did he just like take an Uber? I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Because
I just remember
why
him
would
showing
he
up
take,
there.
yeah, why would he take Nkunzi's really flashy, noticeable vehicle to escape in?
Yeah.
It's just,
Huh.
no. Why would he do that? Which of course
Yeah.
then they find him like right away, and so at least we get to revisit the docks and the shipping container yard.
Yeah.
Little strike back flashback, but like none of that needed to happen.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
cool, let's blow some shit up, but it made no sense.
Yeah, I'll be honest, like what's kind of sucks is it was like episode 1 was fine, episode 2 was okay, episode 3 I was like, great. And then this one I was like, wait, what?
What? Yeah.
I don't understand. I thought we were picking up and going someplace, but then it kind of felt like we fumbled a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm
And we
not
clearly
sure.
are.
Yeah.
I mean, the story moved forward, but now that people are just doing things that make no sense. And we've got like Daoud shows up, and the whole we don't actually have the diamonds thing gets exposed, but okay, fine, we'll just take care of it ourselves. It like what is the end game here? We're more than halfway through. We should have some sense of what the end game is.
Yeah.
And yet we really don't. We think we
No, we
do,
really don't.
but I don't think we do. Because
No,
it's
yeah.
such a jumble right now.
And that's exactly it. And I guess that's what I mean by fumble, is that it felt like, I don't know, like I love a good mystery, but a mystery is supposed to drop in those little hints, and this doesn't necessarily feel like the hints we're getting are actually going anywhere. Although then I'm like, maybe that's because this is like sort of a super weirdly realistic thing, and people are just fucking stupid and do stupid shit all the time. And that's both for like criminals and people in professional like intelligence agencies. And maybe what we're seeing is dumb criminals and
How bad people can be in their job.
dumb, yeah. Like everybody just kind of is not great at their job, except for Mila at times. And hopefully, like once he's finally on the team, Limmer, because he seems pretty capable. And Nina,
Except that he drove
in
off in the victim's
flashes.
really recognizable vehicle.
That's true.
No.
Yeah, so
No.
there's some, yeah.
The
Obviously, you
tension
guys,
between Quinn and Janina just
yeah,
sort of came to a head. And then, they throw Quinn's family life in. And with the really, I'm so tired of shows using the unsupportive spouse
yeah,
trope. I mean, come on.
yeah. In a job like that, you get a call and you go.
Yeah. And you kind of go into it knowing those are the ground rules,
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we talked about that
yeah,
in Strike Back. Yeah, like
exactly.
why would Carrie be like that with Stonebridge? She knows what she got into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, does it suck? Yeah. But it's the game you signed on for. So and again, it doesn't feel like that serves any purpose to the story.
No. Well, and the whole thing with him is really weird because I guess what I thought he was supposed to be, he seems kind of like I mean, when, they're like, Nina was first telling him, about the minister wanting to, get rid of the PBI. And he's like, well, what does that, I mean, what did he say? Something like, I mean, sorry to ask, but what does that mean for me? And like, he's not very supportive of her, which I sort of am surprised by, because I thought
they were a team, sort of.
They were a team, and the way that they, like, it's weird moments of not being that way, though.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems, from the little we have seen of his character, it seems out of character to not be like a team player and like concerned about the team as a whole.
Right.
But
and the whole time, just, I mean, she's trying to, she clearly thinks there's a mole. She knows there's a mole now because the meeting got out.
yeah,
And I mean, maybe that's just who he is, and he's a confrontational person, and clearly whatever went wrong a year ago, I'm assuming, sort of fractured their relationship in some way. And so neither of them trusts each other much anymore. But there's a lot of confrontation that doesn't seem to make sense. Where, I guess if they just communicated with each other and said, this is, Janina just explained, this is why I'm saying no right now. This is the long, here's the long game. But I guess we wouldn't have a drama then.
That's
if people
exactly
actually
right.
communicated.
Communication is like literally the number one on every drama. Any drama could be solved if you would just fucking talk to each other.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Might actually make for a more interesting drama.
You might actually
Someone should try that.
Yeah. If there are no secrets, where does the drama come from? Do your fucking job. Anyways, yeah, it's this week definitely felt like a disappointment.
Yeah. What do we think's going on with Flea? And where did Flea's other Flea come from?
Yeah, I don't know.
Flea look-alike, who, by the way, went to work, left work, went home, partied, got back in her car the next morning, all in the same clothing. You couldn't get a change of clothes.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea about Flea. I wouldn't trust anything she does. That's for sure.
I'm very much assuming that Flea is not who we think she is.
Yeah.
And
we already think she's shady as shit, so I'm just going with that. So
big time. And so now we don't know for sure who Becker is. Is he CIA? Isn't he? CIA is officially saying he's not.
Yeah. But of course they would. So
yeah,
it's hard to know. But his behavior with Mila is super weird. And like, I can't decide, is he using her? Did he know who she was and he's using her? Or does he actually have these like super intense feelings from a fucking night together?
Right.
Which seems like something straight out of a romance novel. But I'm like,
heck yeah.
If you're either an intelligence agent, blah, 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 or you're some like shady dealer traveling the world who's like a former intelligence person, you're not just gonna meet somebody and then be like, I'm gonna bring you in on everything and tell you everything and let you follow me and like whatever because I'm in love because I just met you.
Right. What? And although I think one of my favorite things of the whole episode was, Mila just leaves him in her apartment, even though she knows he's, somehow involved in all this. I'm just going to go to work and leave you in my apartment. What?
Whenever I see that,
you are.
Anytime I see that on a movie or a TV show where they're like, let yourself out, I'm like, what are you doing? You have shit in your apartment.
Even more than you just get on a motorcycle and drive in the middle of nowhere with some guy you met 5 minutes ago. Okay, whatever. But then you leave him in your home. Then you come home and he's still there. You send him out to get a bottle of wine. He comes back and is like, you went through my stuff? You've been in her house all day. Yeah. He's supposed to feel bad that
Yeah.
You went through my podcast. Oh my God. Like, seriously? Oh,
Yeah.
you still here? Okay.
So weird.
I-
Yeah, this episode was not great. Last week's gives me hope that maybe the last two will be better. Maybe this was just a weird bump in the road. Although I am a little concerned because it feels like 1 out of 4 has been really good. Although the first 2 weren't bad, so I shouldn't say like,
right.
you know.
I feel like there are pieces of the pie that are missing,
Yeah.
or you know, it either should have been a longer series so that these characters had some explanation and some sort of meatier connection to everything that's going on, or it should have been streamlined, because now there's just so many weirdness coming out at us, unexplained markers, weird stuff going on, that I want to have faith that it's going to get explained, but I don't have much. I think we're going to be left with a lot of what was that all about? Yeah. And what's going on with Osman and the kid and the wife, and and now he's had a heart attack, and
there's a lot. So
Becker's going to run off, but take a chance, but stop in the middle of running off and glance back adoringly at Finn. What is it? No one would do that. No, he's hightailing it out of there. Oh, good Lord.
There's
especially
a lot.
not an agent. Yeah. If somebody's a CIA agent, they're not going to make it most obvious who they are. Hey, let me just stop and look at you right in the eye so you can identify me later.
Yeah. There's a lot going on that. I think mostly.
And what's going on with Janina's boss?
Yeah, he's shady. The minister.
He's way shady.
Yeah.
There's really something not right going on.
He keeps popping up at weird moments to like remind her that they're not going to be around anymore.
Yeah.
And being
so
in,
why
like,
are they
meetings
still around?
Yeah. And like being in meetings that it seems like even she's like, wait, why are you here?
Yeah.
You know?
I felt really bad for her there, because that was a setup, and it was a power play, and it was.
Yeah. That's not good.
Yeah.
So, I guess so mainly our takeaway for episode 4 is just what?
Huh?
Yeah. So, other than trackers, you guys, Deb through the Philip Winchester fans. Twitter is, and then Kim on the Strike Back Cribs Twitter are going to be doing a rewatch of Shadow Warfare.
Woohoo!
Starting on Tuesday. They're going to be doing 2 episodes a night. What time are you guys starting again?
We're starting at 9 Eastern.
9 Eastern, okay.
8 Central.
Yep.
And we'll do a block a week. So next Tuesday, June 30th, episodes 1 and 2 of Shadow Warfare.
Yeah, so if you guys want to tweet along or watch along and read tweets or whatever, that would be fun. Just get on Twitter and be ready to hit play on episode 1 at 9. Typically, in between the 2 episodes, there's like a little bathroom break. They'll give you a heads up, though, if like, hey, we're going to hit play in 5 minutes or whatever. So
I'm pretty sure that's when Kim replenishes her Baileys.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
It's not a bathroom break. That's a Bailey's break.
Whatever you want to call it. Join in on that. And then, so that'll be it for Trackers episode 4. Fingers crossed for next week.
I think maybe I'm hopeful that the confusion maybe this is all just one intentional cluster fridge to try to get us like
cluster fridge.
Whatever's going to happen next week.
That's so funny. So, all right. Well, that's it for this week, guys.
Have a great weekend. Or what? No. What day is this? Oh my God. Oh.
I'm totally leaving that in because that was so like perfect for this time.
Thanks, and tune in next week for another Need to Know session at the Crib. Follow us on Twitter @StrikebackCrib. Out.